Ukraine, a land with a rich history, boundless hospitality, and stunning landscapes. Aside from being home to 7 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, Ukraine boasts of an abundance of stunning women and is ranked number 3 in the world with the most beautiful women. Even with this ranking, it's strange to see how the marriage agency industry is flourishing in Ukraine. Come along as we explore life in Ukraine, with 11 million women desperately begging for men. In Eastern Europe lies the magnificent nation known as Ukraine. It is the second largest on the continent of Europe, with a geographical area of 603,628 square kilometers and a coastline stretching 2,782 kilometers. Kiev, the largest and capital city of Ukraine, is located in the country's north-center region. Ukraine's borders intertwine with several countries. On its east and northeast borders is Russia, with Belarus to the north, Poland, Slovakia, and Hungary to the east, and on its southwest borders are Romania and Moldova. On August 24, 1991, Ukraine became an independent nation following the fall of the Soviet Union. Ukraine has a unitary system of government that combines elements of the presidential and parliamentary systems. The Prime Minister of Ukraine is chosen by the President, while the President is elected by the people. The main national holiday in Ukraine is Independence Day, celebrated on August 24th. Ukrainians enthusiastically commemorate their independence each year with a wide array of activities, including exhibitions, fairs, games, and more, spanning every corner of the country. Ukrainian cuisine also takes center stage in the festivities. The people of Ukraine do not have an official state religion, as Ukraine is a secular state with a high level of religious freedom. But more than half its population are Eastern Orthodox Christians and other groups belonging to other religions, including the Protestant, Roman Catholic, Islam, Buddhism, and Judaism. Over 90% of Ukrainians are active Christians, making Ukraine famous for having magnificent churches, including St. Sophia Cathedral and Kiev-Pechersk Lavra, which are part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site. Just like Christians all over the world celebrate Easter, the Ukrainians also celebrate Easter, but in a great way, with their Easter traditions of Pysanki, which is just more than an Easter egg to them. In Ukraine, Easter holds special significance with the tradition of Pysanki, which are more than just eggs. They're symbols deeply rooted in Ukrainian culture. Originating from pre-Christian times, Pysanki symbolizes rebirth and new life, evolving with Christianity to represent the risen Christ and Easter. Each element, from geometric figures to plants and animals, carries meanings of health, fertility, love, prosperity, and protection from evil. Passed down through generations, the art of making Pysanki is a cherished tradition. When planning a trip to Ukraine during Easter, be sure to take home an Easter Pysanki as a cherished souvenir of your visit. Ukraine indeed has a vibrant cultural scene with a diverse range of festivals celebrating music, arts, literature, and more. Each festival offers a unique experience, showcasing the rich cultural heritage of the country. From jazz to coffee, there's something for everyone to enjoy and appreciate. La Polis Jazz Festival, Centaur's Horse Stunt Festival, Ostrov Festival, Kiev Coffee Festival, Kiev Day, Gogol Festival, and many more are among the unique festivals held in Ukraine. In regards to hospitality, Ukrainians are very hospitable and generous. There's no way you will visit a Ukrainian home and not feel their hospitality upon arrival. They love to entertain their guests and host them with beautiful treats with their best meals. Because of their hospitality, all their functions must include food, no matter how little it is. Ukrainian has a diverse set of dishes, each with its unique flavors and ingredients, from the iconic borscht, a hearty beet soup prepared in various styles, to vareniki, savory dumplings often filled with meat, potatoes, or cheese, and holubtsi, tender cabbage rolls stuffed with a savory filling. Chicken vareniki, serniki, cottage cheese pancakes, and banosh are also cherished favorites among Ukrainians. Among these culinary delights, borscht holds a special place as the national dish of Ukraine, cherished for its rich flavors and versatility in preparation. Ukrainian cuisine boasts of a rich tradition rooted in grains like wheat and rye, earning the country its reputation as the breadbasket of Europe. This distinction is owed in part to Ukraine's fertile soil, known as chernozem, which is abundant in organic matter such as humus. With over 65% of its arable land enriched with this nutrient-rich soil, Ukraine offers an ideal environment for farming, contributing to its stunning landscapes and agricultural abundance. One compelling reason to visit Ukraine is its status as the world's largest producer of sunflower seeds. Imagine yourself surrounded by fields of vibrant, sun-like petals stretching as far as the eye can see. A breathtaking sight that epitomizes the Ukrainian countryside during the summer months. With Ukrainian being the official language of Ukraine and the primary language taught in schools, it's no surprise that nearly 88% of the population are proficient speakers. The Ukrainian language is known as one of the top 3 most beautiful languages in the world after French and Italian, and according to scholars, it helps in understanding other languages easily. The Ukrainian language was recognized as the second most melodic language at language contests held in France and Italy. Additionally, the letter P holds the distinction of being the most frequently used letter in the Ukrainian alphabet. This linguistic unity in Ukraine reflects the country's cultural identity and strengthens its sense of national pride. Ukraine takes pride in its stunning and captivating landscapes, boasting 7 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. From the iconic St. Sophia Cathedral and Kyiv-Pechursk Lavra to the enchanting wooden churches of the Carpathian region, these sites make Ukraine a must-visit destination for travelers seeking cultural and natural wonders alike. Ukraine boasts an abundance of natural wonders, including its stunning beaches. With a diverse coastline along the Black Sea, Ukraine offers a plethora of beach destinations that serve as idyllic spots for relaxation and leisure. Tucked away on the edges of Cape Fulant in Crimea, Yashmovyi, Jasper, beach is a real gem just waiting to be discovered. This beach, which is well known for its glistening clear seas, gorgeous surroundings and private atmosphere, is the ideal getaway for anyone looking for peace and solitude amid the wonders of nature. Another amazing beach worth seeing in Ukraine is the Zolotoy, Golden Beach. It is located on the outskirts of the ever-busy Odessa, and its name is a reflection of the uncommon golden color of its sand. And it is situated on the outskirts of the bustling city of Odessa. There are many different types of private homes available on the Zolotoy Beach, and the services provided will satisfy even the pickiest clientele. It's the ideal place for family fun. Other amazing beaches in Ukraine are Koblero, Zatoka, Kirilivka, Zangero, Odessa, Otrada, Arcadia Beach, Luzanivka, Borno Beach, Ibiza, and a host of others beckoning visitors to bask in the beauty of sun, sand, and sea. The mystique of the Carpathian Mountains never fails to captivate visitors, enchanting them with its natural wonders and storied past. Renowned for its unique energy, the Carpathian Mountains are believed to bestow wisdom, longevity, and vitality upon those who venture into its embrace. Legend has it that the mountains are inhabited by spirits, capable of bringing both blessings and misfortune to travelers, adding an element of intrigue to the majestic landscape. Another fascinating landscape in Ukraine that is a must-see for tourists is the Tunnel of Love, located in Kliven, a village that is 350 kilometers away from Kyiv, Ukraine's capital. The Tunnel of Love is created by trees that are lined up in an arch shape with the railway in the middle. It's 4 kilometers long and the corridors are green. Throughout the year, the tunnel presents a captivating spectacle that never fails to fascinate tourists. During spring and summer, it's all shades of green, while in the fall it brings forth a breathtaking array of golden, orange, and red colors. Legend has it that wishes whispered by lovers truly in love within the Tunnel of Love have a magical tendency to come true, adding an extra layer of allure to this enchanting spot. The mere thought of visiting might spark excitement, yet the fear of an encounter with passing trains can send shivers. However, train drivers are mindful of this magical spot, typically slowing down as they approach. Still, caution is advised when exploring this romantic gem. It's no secret that Ukrainian women are rare gems. They are so beautiful and even ranked as the number 3 country in the world with the most beautiful women. Beyond their stunning appearances, they exude a unique aura and possess an impeccable sense of style and demeanor. It's no wonder Ukrainian ladies effortlessly capture attention wherever they go, turning heads with their natural allure and grace. Despite the undeniable allure of Ukrainian women, a significant gender gap exists in the country, leading to a shortage of men. According to Ukraine's demographics as of 2024, there are 20.58 million women compared to 17.69 million men, resulting in a surplus of females by 3.22 million. This imbalance is reflected in the country's population distribution, with males accounting for only 45.76% compared to females at 54.24%. The sex ratio stands at 84:353 males per 100 females, underscoring the pronounced scarcity of men in Ukraine. Ukraine ranks as the 6th highest country in the world, with more females than males, highlighting the magnitude of this demographic disparity. In addition to the existing gender imbalance in Ukraine, gender inequality is another issue that Ukrainian women face. Inequality between the sexes is prominent in Ukraine's political, social, cultural, and educational spheres. According to several reports, gender disparity in Ukraine is a problem that will unfortunately not go away anytime soon. The patriarchal attitude and gender stereotypes of traditional Ukrainian culture prevent the government from implementing any legislative policies intended to change this narrative, and as a result, Ukrainian women continue to face various forms of discrimination. Despite the government's earnest efforts to shift this narrative through legislative policies, the persistent challenge lies in the lack of effective implementation. This can be attributed to entrenched patriarchal attitudes and enduring gender stereotypes deeply rooted in traditional Ukrainian culture. Ukrainian women continue to encounter various forms of discrimination. Another serious issue that is causing a large gender gap between men and women in Ukraine is the Ukraine and Russia war. The crisis between Russia and Ukraine started when Russia annexed Crimea in 2014 and launched military operations in eastern Ukraine. Pro-Russian separatist groups began to organize in Donetsk and Luhansk, which led to a full-scale confrontation between separatist militias and Ukrainian government forces. Russia attacked Ukraine on February 20, 2024, in what is thought to be the worst invasion of a European nation since World War XI. Although many ceasefire agreements have been mediated, violations persist, harming Western relations and leading to economic sanctions against Russia. Although there have been numerous diplomatic attempts to settle the conflict, a long-term solution is still unattainable. Overall, the war in Ukraine has had far-reaching consequences, not only for the people directly affected by the conflict, but also for regional stability and international relations. The ongoing conflict between Ukraine and Russia exacerbates the already dire shortage of men in Ukraine. In response to the war, the Ukrainian government has enacted martial law, which mandates that Ukrainian men aged 18 to 60 must stay in the country, register for military service, and defend their homeland. They are also prohibited from traveling abroad during this period. Tragically, many of these men, who serve as primary breadwinners for their families, have lost their lives in the conflict. Even those who attempt to flee the turmoil face perilous journeys, with reports of fatalities as men try to navigate treacherous mountain rivers or traverse rugged terrain in search of safety. The war in eastern Ukraine has led to a humanitarian crisis, with thousands killed and millions displaced from their homes, especially women and children. In response to the war, the Transformation Office in Ukraine conducted a survey, identifying the top 5 most comfortable cities to live in the country. These cities include Ivano-Frankivsk, Vinnytsia, Zhytomyr, Kharkiv, and Lviv. As a result of the conflict, many Ukrainians from the eastern part of the country have relocated to the western regions, bringing their businesses with them. This migration reflects a shift in population dynamics, driven by the desire for safety and stability amidst the turmoil of war. As the war rages on, Ukrainian women grapple with the constant fear for the safety of their husbands or partners, who are often deployed to the battlefield for extended periods. The uncertainty surrounding their loved ones' well-being leaves them in a state of perpetual anxiety as they yearn for reassurance and long for the presence of their absent partners in their daily lives. This gender imbalance in Ukraine has left thousands of Ukrainian women searching for love and companionship. The gravity of the situation becomes apparent when we consider that over 11,000 women in Ukraine are actively seeking a partner, highlighting the profound impact of this imbalance on the lives of individuals in the country. In Ukraine, there are many fascinating cities to see, such as Lviv, Kyiv, Chernivtsi, Chernihiv, Kharkiv, Rakiv, Uzhhorod, Dnipro, Lutsk, Poltava, and many more. One city in the country of Ukraine that is considered the most festive city whose nightlife has no equal is Odessa. Odessa stands as a bustling hub within Ukraine, renowned for its vital role as a primary trading and fishing port, boasting a harbor operational year-round. Beyond its industrial prowess, Odessa thrives as a cultural epicenter, adorned with numerous museums and galleries that showcase the city's rich heritage and artistic flair. Additionally, its temperate climate makes it a favored destination, offering an abundance of popular resorts and vibrant nightlife venues that attract visitors from far and wide. Among the array of renowned resorts in Odessa, standout destinations include the M1 Club Hotel Odessa, the Decameron Clubhouse Odessa, the historic Bristol Hotel, and the luxurious Continental Hotel. Additionally, the Frapoli, Panorama Deluxe, Wall Street Hotel, and Arcada offer exceptional accommodations and amenities, ensuring visitors enjoy an unforgettable stay in this vibrant coastal city. One of Odessa's unique features is that summer never sleeps even amidst the backdrop of war. Despite the challenges, Odessa retains its reputation as a party town and festive destination, where the spirit of celebration thrives year-round. Odessa's nightlife is always at its best when it comes to locals, adventurous foreigners, and tourists. Since most of these bars and clubs are located near the shore, where there is stunning and interesting scenery, the nightlife is much more vibrant with people asking for more. Just like we know that Ukrainian women are beautiful, legends also have it that the most beautiful and sexiest women in the world are from this bubbling city of Odessa, and with a large number of women desperate for men, the nightclubs in Odessa take advantage of this to showcase stunning women. Over 5,000 people frequent the Ibiza Club every night throughout the summer, making it one of the hottest spots in Odessa. The Ibiza Club's management rakes in big bucks because many Ukrainian girls work as go-go dancers there. The club has a strict selection process for the dancers, and the owner personally chooses these Ukrainian beauties based on their looks. These girls are expected to entertain the crowd and give top-notch performances on stage. They dance in front of a large audience, mostly men from Ukraine, Russia, Israel, America, and other parts of the world. With a shortage of men in Ukraine, many girls choose this lifestyle because they can earn up to 3,000 euros a month, a significant increase from the average Ukrainian salary of 200 euros. It's a lucrative opportunity for them as they receive admiration, compliments, and generous tips from male customers. Some even find love and end up getting married through this job. Talking about marriage, the desperate need for men by Ukrainian women has brought a boom in the business of marriage agencies in Ukraine, where dreams of love and companionship are sought for daily by Ukrainian women. The dozens of marriage agencies in Ukraine spare no effort in promoting their services, unapologetically tapping into the desire of Ukrainian women to find love abroad. With a keen understanding of relationship dynamics and psychology, agency owners leverage their personal and professional expertise to facilitate connections between young Ukrainian women and foreign bachelors. Their approach is both innovative and creative, offering a comprehensive database of Ukrainian women characterized by their exceptional qualities, giftedness, kindness, intelligence, and undeniable beauty. Through beauty contests, photoshoot sessions, and other exciting events, these agencies create opportunities for Ukrainian women to meet their Prince Charming. While helping individuals find love, these agencies also profit handsomely. With Ukrainian women desperate to find suitable partners, they capitalize on this demand, earning revenue from both the women seeking companionship and their prospective partners. For those in search of a Ukrainian bride, several reputable marriage agencies offer their services to facilitate meaningful connections. Some notable names include the Kiev Marriage Agency by Natalie, Marriage Agency Annabelle, Mardame Marriage Agency, April Beauty, Kiev Connections, and many more. In addition to the abundance of marriage agencies in Ukraine, Ukrainian women leave no stone unturned in their quest to find their Prince Charming. Many invest significant time socializing on various online platforms and are registered on multiple dating sites. Some even go to the extent of meticulously recording the passwords of these dating sites to ensure they never miss an opportunity to connect with potential partners. These dating sites are teeming with competition, but Ukrainian women employ savvy strategies to stand out. They ensure their profiles are meticulously maintained and regularly updated, and they showcase their charm by uploading an array of captivating photos in various sexy outfits. Despite the ongoing challenges posed by the Russian-Ukraine war, Ukraine remains a destination of interest for foreigners. If you're seeking a Ukrainian partner among the many women affected by circumstances beyond their control, you can still explore Ukraine with caution or opt for online avenues such as dating sites or marriage agencies to connect with potential partners. Welcome to Latvia, a land where the number of women outnumbers that of men, leaving most women alone, single, and with an increased need for men who can provide love, pleasure, care, and attention. Latvia, a Baltic nation situated along the eastern Baltic Sea coast, covers an area of 64,589 square kilometers, rendering it one of Europe's smaller countries. Although a small country in Europe, it still has a good number of people living there, around 1.8 million. Well, as you might have guessed, it is not a huge number, but it is a decent amount for a country the size of Latvia. Most of these Latvians live in or near the capital city, Riga. You will learn more about this beautiful city in the later part of this video. But before that, let's try to understand the context for the current demographics regarding the ratio of women to men in the country. And to achieve this, we must delve into its rich history marked by a succession of dramatic events and significant transformations. Latvia first became an independent republic in 1918 after centuries of foreign domination and rule, including periods under the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, Sweden, and the Russian Empire. The newly formed Latvian state had a relatively balanced population between men and women at this time. However, Latvia's demographics were dramatically impacted by World War II and the ensuing Soviet occupation from 1944 to 1991. Hundreds of thousands of Latvian men were killed, went missing, or were deported by Soviet authorities during the war years and decades after. This resulted in a much higher mortality rate for the male population. Even during the Soviet era, many ethnic Russians and other nationalities were encouraged to relocate to Latvia, resulting in an influx of predominantly male migrant workers and military personnel. This further skewed the demographic balance in favor of more women. In the post-Soviet period after regaining independence in 1991, difficult economic circumstances drove many working-age Latvian men to seek employment abroad, once again reducing the male population. It might also interest you to know that statistically, men in Latvia also have lower life expectancies compared to women, with risky jobs, poor lifestyles, and other factors contributing to higher male mortality rates over time. Latvia's population is predominantly composed of Latvians, who constitute approximately 62% of the population. Besides Latvians, there are significant ethnic minorities such as Russians, Belarusians, Ukrainians, and other smaller ethnic groups. Therefore, it's quite common to encounter women with Slavic traits in Latvia. Here in the country, you'll find beautiful women with long blonde hair, smooth skin, eyes as blue as the sea, and surprisingly, they have a keen interest in American citizens. In Latvia, the ratio of women to men is skewed, with 53% of the population being women and only 47% men. On average, more than 100,000 single women are available for any foreigner to engage with, even for marriage and building a life in Latvia. Have you ever considered the possibility of finding a wife in this country? Before you provide an answer to this question, let's get to know more about Latvia's women. For centuries, Latvian women have been masters of textile arts, like weaving and embroidery. Using techniques passed down from mother to daughter over generations, their skilled hands create stunning linen masterpieces adorned with intricate folk patterns. You'll see their handiwork proudly displayed in museums, churches, and homes across Latvia. This isn't just artistry, it's a way of life intertwined with their identity. Speaking of identity, the women here have long been the keepers of ancient Baltic folk traditions and pagan nature rituals, even after Christianity became the dominant religion. Despite outside influences, they maintained spiritual traditions tied to the land, the seasons, the cycles of nature, singing haunting Dana's folk songs, weaving garments embedded with symbolic meanings. They've preserved immense cultural memory and wisdom. You know those hearty, delicious Latvian foods like bacon-stuffed pierogi, pickled vegetables, and dark rye breads? Thank the ladies for that too. Passing down recipes from the old days, they expertly use what's provided by the forests and farms surrounding them each season. It's all about living in harmony with their environment and not letting anything go to waste. Even today, you'll find Latvian women heavily involved in cultural activities like the famous nationwide song and dance festivals every 5 years. Gathering by the thousands in brilliant national costumes, they celebrate their intangible heritage through traditions like polyphonic singing and ornate patterned dances. It's an incredibly powerful and moving experience. By now, you're probably thinking about visiting or moving to Latvia, but before you decide, it's important to know how much things cost there. Let's talk about housing first. In the capital city, Riga, renting a one-bedroom apartment can cost between $450 and $700 per month in the city center, or $350 to $600 in the suburbs. Smaller cities have places for $300 to $500 a month, while rural areas are cheaper, around $200 to $400. But prices can change based on where you live and what kind of place you want, so it's a good idea to do some research. Now, let's talk about food. Eating out can be cheap, with street food or casual restaurants charging $6 to $12 per meal. Mid-range places might be $12 to $24, and fancy restaurants can be even more. If you eat out a lot, you might spend $190 to $370 per month. Cooking at home is cheaper, usually $170 to $310 per month. Next, there are other expenses like internet, gym memberships, and clothes. Internet costs $18 to $36 a month, and going to the gym can be $24 to $48 per month. Clothes are affordable, with shirts for $12 to $24 and jeans for $36 to $72. Now let's talk about income. The minimum wage is $660 per month, and the average salary is about $1,960 per month. In the tech industry, new programmers might make $2,000, while experienced ones could earn over $4,450 per month. If you're planning to visit Latvia, a one-way flight ticket costs around $700. So keep these costs in mind when planning your trip or move. Talking about movement, did you know Latvia has a well-developed transportation network that connects the country internally and with neighboring nations? Latvia has an extensive road network of over 73,000 kilometers, with major highways like the A1 via Baltica and A2 via Baltic serving as vital transit corridors. These roads link Latvia with Estonia, Lithuania, Russia, and Belarus. The Latvian railway system, operated by Latvijas Dzelzceļš, covers around 1,260 kilometers of track. The railroad plays a crucial role in both passenger and freight transport, connecting major cities and serving as a transit route between Russia and the ports on the Baltic Sea. The Riga International Airport is the largest airport in the Baltic states and serves as the main aviation hub for Latvia. It offers connections to major European cities and beyond. Other regional airports include Liepāja and Daugavpils. Latvia's strategic location along the Baltic Sea coast provides access to several important ports, with the port of Riga being the largest and busiest. Other significant ports include Ventspils, Liepāja, and Skulte. Within cities, public transportation options include buses, trams, and electric trains. In Riga, the public transport system is well developed, especially in the capital city. Riga is the capital and largest city of Latvia, located on the Baltic Sea coast in the north-central part of the country. With a population of over 600,000, it is not only the economic and cultural center of Latvia, but also a significant hub in the Baltic region. Riga has a rich history, with its origins dating back to 1201 when it was founded as a port city by German merchants. The city's Old Town, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is renowned for its well-preserved medieval architecture, including the iconic Riga Cathedral, St. Peter's Church, and the Three Brothers, a trio of residential buildings representing different architectural styles. As the capital, Riga serves as the seat of the Latvian government, hosting the Seima or Parliament, the residence of the President, and various ministries. It is also a major center for education, arts, and culture, home to universities, museums, theaters, and galleries. Riga's economy is diverse, with significant sectors including transportation, logistics, manufacturing, IT, and tourism. The city's strategic location and well-developed infrastructure make it an important transit hub for goods and services in the Baltic region. With its rich history, architectural gems, vibrant cultural scene, and modern amenities, Riga is not only the heart of Latvia, but also a captivating destination for tourists seeking to experience the unique blend of old and new that defines this fascinating city. Latvia's economic journey since regaining independence in 1991 has been nothing short of remarkable. Over the past few decades, the nation has undergone significant transformations, propelling it towards becoming a modern, thriving economy. At the heart of Latvia's economic landscape lies the services sector, which plays a pivotal role, contributing a substantial portion of the country's gross domestic product. Thanks to its climate, Latvia excels at growing certain crops such as barley, wheat, potatoes, and rapeseed. In fact, it stands as one of the leading producers of rapeseed in the entire European Union, making this crop a significant export commodity. Surprisingly, for its northern location, Latvia also boasts a thriving fruit and berry industry, producing apples, raspberries, strawberries, currants, and more. Organic farming practices have gained popularity recently, with around 15% of Latvia's agricultural lands dedicated to organic methods as of 2021, higher than the EU average. This commitment to sustainable, environmentally friendly agriculture is also reflected in Latvia's rich beekeeping traditions. Latvian honey, renowned for its distinctive flavors, serves as another popular agricultural export, showcasing the nation's diversity. Looking to the future, the Latvian government actively promotes eco-friendly farming through various initiatives like precision agriculture, crop rotation, and encouraging renewable energy use on farms. Such efforts demonstrate Latvia's dedication to preserving its agricultural heritage while embracing modern, sustainable practices. Latvia is essentially an undulating plain, with fairly flat lowlands alternating with hills across the country. In the eastern part, you'll find the more elevated areas, like the central Vidzeme upland, which reaches up to around 1,020 feet as the highest point. Down in the southeast corner near Razna National Park is Lielais Liepukalns at 947 feet tall. Head west and you've got the Kurzeme uplands split into western and eastern sections by the Venta River flowing through the middle. These upland areas bring some nice rolling hills to Latvia's landscapes. Now between those eastern and southeastern uplands lies the East Latvian lowland region. This area has its own unique terrain with moraine ridges crisscrossing and disrupting drainage, resulting in numerous peat bogs scattered throughout. One thing Latvia has no shortage of is rivers and lakes. The biggest river is the Western Divina, locally called the Daugava, spanning over 220 miles within Latvia's borders before draining into the Baltic Sea. But you've also got major waterways like the Gauja, Venta and Lielupe rivers to admire. Amidst the hills and forests are countless lakes, some measuring up to 12 square miles across. The soils vary across Latvia too. You'll find predominantly podzolic soils, but also calcareous varieties in the Semigalia plain east of the Kurzeme uplands. Swampy soils are common in wetter areas like the East Latvian lowland. Erosion can be an issue in the more intensively cultivated hilly farming regions. Education in Latvia is quite similar to a lot of other European countries. The whole system is managed by their Ministry of Education and Science, and education is mandatory for kids from ages 5 all the way up to 16 years old. Now, early childhood education in Latvia starts super early at just 1.5 years old. In 2020, a whopping 93% of kids between 3 to 5 years were enrolled in preschool programs, which is higher than the average across OECD countries. Once they hit 7 years old, kids begin primary school, which goes from grades 1 to 4. After that, they move into basic education covering grades 5 through 9 when they're between 11 and 16 years old. When basic education is complete, students then have two main options. They can either go for general secondary education in grades 10 to 12 to prepare for university, or they can enroll in vocational education programs to get trained for specific professions and careers. Speaking of higher education, Latvia has quite an impressive university system with both public and private institutions. Some of the big names are the University of Latvia, Riga Technical University, and Latvia University of Life Sciences and Technologies. These places offer bachelor's, master's, and doctoral programs, with the academic year running September through June typically. Most education is conducted in Latvian, but you can also find programs taught in Russian, English, and some other languages, especially at the university level. In recent years, Latvia has really focused on improving the overall quality of their education, updating curriculums, and pushing digital literacy skills. They actually have these education development guidelines laid out from 2021 to 2027 addressing these goals. So in a nutshell, Latvia's education follows the standard European model, but they start them young and have been making strides to modernize and elevate their system across all levels. Religion, spirituality, and culture in Latvia have been influenced by its history of being in the middle of different cultures. Most people in Latvia are Christians, with about 25% being Lutheran and 18% Catholic. Latvian traditions and old beliefs have also affected the spiritual life of the country. People celebrate events like the summer and winter solstices and equinoxes with festivals. One example is the Ligo festival, which happens during the summer solstice. It's a lively celebration with old customs, songs and dances. Communal gatherings, such as family celebrations, community events, and cultural festivals, are cherished occasions for Latvians to come together, share stories, and reinforce their sense of belonging. These social interactions not only strengthen societal bonds, but also serve as a means of preserving and passing on the rich Latvian traditions to future generations.